I'm not gonna lie, the video title for the last video, that was supposed to be for this video. Like the confusion with confidence. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Oh no, exclamation point 3 times. That was supposed to be for this video. Because the reason I put it for that video was because I wanted to make sure that it had a place before I forgot. But the original intention was to have confusion with confidence for a video like this. Because this video is going to be about a little bit about a little vlog about what I've been through lately a little bit, both on the sentimental end. I guess it's more like if like a vibe, but it's also like really important to me. So how that works. But the last video I'm talking about in question was just it was another montage, and it was about a handful of videos, some shorter videos. I didn't want to call them short videos for some reason. I didn't want to call them shorter, but they were like a handful, like 9 video clips, and Toykashi rule them all. It was that kind of a thing. It was like a different kinds of content that I didn't know how to define right away, but it was still had its own thing going on. And I mentioned this title, confusion with confidence, and I meant that more for this video. Let's talk about what happened lately. Okay, so I don't have to get into much things, I guess, but these last few weeks, like every month following my birthday, the 25th, my 25th age birthday in March, early March, every damn month and week following my birthday was like massive character development. I don't know how this happened. I always knew that 25 would be important to me, but I didn't realize how quickly things would build up. And it was like the first 2 weeks after my birthday, for example, like I started to stop giving things that were important to me as much energy, and that's not giving enough information, but I can get it over time, I guess. And then even if I still wanted to give them energy, even if I had a reason to give them energy, but it was like those things. But it's just, and then April was like, okay, I'll try to relax on my own terms, and then May came in. I was like, May's like, I'll just make sure I still have a reason to give this energy. And then June came in. I'm like, okay, I'll still be focused on self healing and trusting the universe with a love-based connection. Thanks to Richard Law for that again. If you've seen any of the clips from my other videos for that one, but and then this July, especially since the 7th, like I'm not gonna lie, since yesterday, since yesterday started, I was basically just grinding real quickly, and it was pretty amazing how that worked. Cause and by the way, I'm on no frequency retention day 2 or 3, so it helps to know that started off. But it's also because I technically kind of edged a little bit. I can't explain why later on, but I'm sure that would make sense to some of you guys how I edged. But it's like, but basically, I've been going through massive character development, and the ways I describe this is basically what that last video title was talking about. It was like confidence, confusion, pushing through in a battle ram cliche brute force way, which kind of inspires me a lot as a guy. Still strategizing, still intellectualizing, still doing that kind of thing if I want to, or if I even need to. I'm not being specific, but you'll get a vibe check on me over time. If you don't, if this doesn't ring a bell, if this doesn't ring it in for you, then something will. It's like maybe my words, maybe my presence, or my actions, whatever. I'm doing really well. I think I'm doing really well. My life is actually honestly out of whack right now, and you could say, some of my family members to say it like this. You could say that everyone has issues and that everyone is messed up, but as messed up as I am, I have a lot of things put well together that I give myself credit for. And I think I've always been a confident person. I'm not lying about that, but it's just I think my suffering, my ideal suffering, and my ways of coping with who I am and how I am in relation to other people, whether that's relatable or unique, I do think I have a good combination and set of cards on my hand. I think I actually I am a very illusory, not loser, illusory illusion. A master of illusions, reflective. That should be a movie. I always want to title that my autobiography movie, that reflective master of illusions. But I could title this video that if I want to, or something else. But I some people who look at my life right now, they might think I'm actually about to get myself really screwed. I was gonna say something really fucked up, but some people who look at my life now might already think that I actually am living a really lowbrow life, and even worse than that, it's not even that I'm not doing enough, not enough significant things. It's that the way I'm doing things looks like I need help. And I can see where that's coming from, because if you see some of my video descriptions, if you've seen some of my end cards, if you've seen some of my video topics, if I had to call them that, if you've seen how I've been making content lately with the non-capitalized titles and all that, then I'm describing very specific things here, but like, hear me out. It's just, yeah, I can see where that's coming from, but I think I'm exploring a lot about myself. I don't like to see it as self-exploration. I don't like to see it as like a being a oh, I have to figure out what I like, what I don't like. Self-exploration, grinding on my purpose. I never saw any of that as being necessary or even useful. That's just me though. I've always been about the romantic or the not exploring myself. Even I think I've done that a lot anyways, but by default. But I hate in the stead of people who use it as an interest or as a because it's better than sex. Or you'll know where my attitudes come from, especially if you know me as an addict to PMO or anything else. Like anything else that's gone on in my life. But like you'll know where my attitudes come from. I'm not that contrary, but it just it's just well, look at me, look at the lens for once. It's just yeah. My life is getting really scary right now, but not in a way that is related to the pandemic, really. I can get to that later if I need to, but not necessarily related to the pandemic, not necessarily related to the world events, not necessarily... And both my personal life and my worldwide life can interchange. I know that sounds a little weird, corny to say like that. Vivian corny for my story, short story. As if that's a short story anymore. I have the ability to clone myself into different ages. Is that too creative? And then the plot twist I wrote about her story with her about her being sold to Brazil, but because she's not, I'm not gonna say it. Whatever, is by her parents. Whatever. Watch my Vivian corny short story. The when she's not Shade V and Vivian. That's called that. It has a specific title, but you'll find it. It's on my channel somewhere. It's a 2-minute video, but it's one of my least viewed videos all this month actually. Of this current July month. Already in the week. But my life is getting really scary, and I think, and literally the only thing I need to do is just persevere, and maybe use a little bit of cunning, and I'll be fine. I'm not saying I know I have all the answers. I've told people in different ways over the last few weeks that even if I am a batshit balls off the wall person, I still have more answers than you would fucking believe. Like I have more. I don't want to say experience, but I want to say like I'm tooting my own horn for a reason. I'm not trying to be a jinxer who just doesn't know any better. Like I feel like I've done it in a certain way where the youngling energy versus the old soul. I do not see myself as an old soul. I never did, but I see myself as a youngling because I call myself a 25-year-old kid. And that's got its own vibe right there, vibe check. But it's not supposed to be immature. As if I do believe in maturity. That's a different topic maybe. But my life is getting really scary, and literally just doing what I can to make things work and being confident. The confidence is amazing. The confidence feels good to do on purpose. Like the confidence feels good to push on purpose, even if that's something that is still narcissism or something. It could be me not backing for my guns a little too much, not backpedaling a little too much. But I'll figure it out on my own terms if I can. On my own time, I'll try to figure it out. Time and place. I'll do you like that, yeah. But it's like, there were some really awkward moments and even sad moments in my life in the last few days where I literally was like edging off, not PMO, but like, not porn and sex, but like, edging off the idea that if I was going to just like, if I was someone who actually gave themselves every single day and even got suicidal, how much worse my life would be. Because I hate that I have a bit of an ego with this, but every time I look at my life, I'm like, dude, trying my best to be my best self unwaveringly makes me feel a little bit insecure, because I also sometimes I push this belief sometimes on purpose for some reason, but like I feel like trying my best to live my best life where I am right now. I'm not trying to. I should not use the pursuit of comparison, honestly, even if I see that in a different way in the world, but the envy or whatever. But I think I just every time it does seem like trying my best to live my best life where I objectively am a loser, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. I know I should not call myself that, but like it feels like every time I try my best to live my best life where I seem to be, not where I actually could be or have a better attitude for, it looks compared to someone who, and I'm not saying comparison, that's what I'm trying to say before. Compared to someone who is constantly depressed, not me, who's constantly depressed, suicidal, and doesn't know where they are in their life, and is constantly lost, and J.R. Tolkien style lost, but still even more lost than that, as in like not all who are lost, all who wander are lost, but having someone like that being a little bit better than me is kind of a knee-jerk reaction. It's like, dude, why is the doomer and the pessimist better than me? How are they better than me? I'm actually trying to make my life work. Like, I'm not invincible. I've had my dark moments, but actually, no, I take that back. I never had a true dark moment. I never had a breaking point, and I never had. I'm not tooting my horn again. I'm just saying, like, I never had a true breaking point. Not even 2018 was a breaking point. Like 2018 was like if I was gonna go woo woo maybe, but I didn't even see that as being woo. I was really trying to problem solve my life, and critically think, not even self reflect. God, dang it! Why do all my romantic exes get me out like this? Or my other mentorship men friends or whatever. Woo, okay. Not like that mentors can't be women or like my romances can't be heterosexual. Okay, never mind. Woo. I thought I was gay someone. Okay, that could be another video then. I thought I was gay. It's like, but that's relevant. It's, I kind of like, the confidence is not hard to push. It's just that it feels awkward because it's like, I know that if I just like, oh yeah, to my horn. Okay, so like, it's just, it does not feel like the experiences I have are not something that people can just throw away all the time. Like, I think I have some unique experiences. I think I have some relatabilities that people don't acknowledge either. So it's like, oh, don't worry, Tony. You're just like everyone else in a good way. I know that. That's not the problem. That's not the problem. Believe me, Danny. That's not the problem here. It's not that I don't realize that I don't have to be alone. It's just, Jesus. I say that a lot, I guess, I don't know. But, to my own horn, I think I have some unique experiences. I think I have some kind of, like, I keep saying this, I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up, but, I have some kind of, like, advantage here where I throw it away quite a bit. I don't just live my best life because I still want to have fun. And the way I see fun, passion, peace, and all that, and happiness, the problem between shadow work and fun, and thank you, Ryan, for letting me know that fun was okay to have even with shadow work. It was perfectly okay. But the pet peeve I have with fun is that I don't like becoming the people who betrayed me. And that's technically with other things, even they're 2D, but they're whatever. And it's also that I just want to make sure that even if I'm having fun for the right reasons, it's not that I'm doing it because I don't know any better. I know I made some really nasty analogies before about Robin Williams and other people whose comedy whose humorous, playful, peaceful, fun sides got the best of them because it seemed like he was using comedy as an excuse to escape his horrors instead of a remedy. That's just my opinion, though. Then that doesn't even get into the nitty gritty theories about why Robin Williams actually did commit suicide, but that's another story, I guess. Like 5 different topics in this whole video, I just mentioned already. I keep saying promising the video. Sorry if I had to say that in a brutal way for Robin Williams, but maybe I don't have to know any better about the celebrities, but you know, so be it. But I feel like I do kind of sell myself a little too short, and I can say that I shouldn't do. I say that I don't like that at all, but I don't like it as much. But as someone who this is gonna definitely be in the scroll wheel in the fucking thumbnail. Oh god, this thing. As someone who does believe in their own experiences being unique, I kind of do throw them away quite a bit. I do sell myself a little too short. I do act like I don't need to be that most important person of all time that's still on my about page. I have to still live up to a standard that I don't have to live to. And it's amazing to know that I can still be a peaceful, simple liver and still have an ambitious, make a name for myself lifestyle. And that's above mediocrity, but not away from the simple life. That's a good blend, if I can make that work. But I do kind of throw away a little bit of what I am on accident, and I don't mean to do that. I do just want to make. I'm gonna run this down to for like 24 minutes if I can, this whole video, but let me drink this real quick. Hold on. Let me draw a quick analogy. I guess I put this in the title as well. This video. I bought this new game on Steam, Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl, and originally I was gonna buy The Walking Dead Definitive Edition. You know why I didn't do that instead? Is because I actually wanted. The initial intention was shadow work. Believe it or not fun. And for a long time, I over justified playing video games as entertainment. That I didn't define as being peaceful or fun because I didn't see the world that way. For a long time, actually, because shadow work mattered that much more to me, and even after doing shadow work, I end up having fun. Vice versa. If I try to have fun, I'll end up leading to shadow work. It's a very weird counterplay. No pun intended. But yeah, I played Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl to have some leverage of accepting and acknowledging and embracing more fun. It still led into shadow work for some reason, which was actually good for me. It was very interesting, fascinating. Whereas The Walking Dead would have been directed by shadow work, and then it would have still been fun. I imagine that. But I wanted to save my money and make sure I was getting what I actually wanted to focus on. And I still don't believe in focus. Believe me, I'm the guy who meditates, who sacrifices what he wants for what he needs or what would be better for him. Like seam retention, no, if I would apply. And then it goes from there. But I'm not really good about giving myself what I probably would have already wanted or deserved, if that's not supposed to be egotistical or narcissistic. I made videos about this before a little bit, but about narcissism and gratitude being compared and contrasted. That was a good video. That's a good hour-long video. I think Ryan saw that one. Not the whole thing, maybe, but unless he still likes my content. Who's actually watching my content now? Is it if Unhappy Plum, Crispy Quinn, and Take Inventory watch my content, I will just be like. If they all comment on my videos, Unhappy Plum was a little bit discreet lately, but Quinn is kind of hanging in there. He still makes content. Ryan kind of just purged his content for a bit. He deleted a lot of his videos, and he's still out there within reach, I think. But yeah, I always thought the three of them would be good friends. Like, I forgot Plum's name, but like Quinn and Ryan would be like, and Plum, they would be like really good friends. They're like the same age group, but like. I can link them in the description of the end card if I need to, but probably not because I'm not going to push that too much right now. But I'll tell you in the comments below what their channels are if you need them. But they should always still be public. So yeah, I'll push for 6 more minutes. I got this. Okay, I didn't want to make it too irrelevant, but that's not the point, anyways. Not the point of the point. I digress. Don't digress. The way I can best describe how scary my life is getting right now is that it's a very invigorating kind of scary. That's why I meant to imply before. It's a very exhilarating, enthralling, exciting. It's exciting, scary. It's like it feels cliche, but as some people will say, it's cliche because it's true. And the clichéness, the stereotype behind me being scared, is that I literally know that all I need to do is not give up on myself, and then things will be okay. It's not only brick and mortar like that, but it's kind of still got an emphasis on building that confidence, even if it still seems boring and I already have this in check. No, you don't, Tony. You do not have this in check. If people other than you think you're not confident, and you tell yourself that you're confident the entire time and making it better, and people are like, no, you didn't have it good to begin with, there's gotta be some silver lining problem there. Like, there's gotta be that's gonna end up in that crap, whatever. This whole scroll wheel. But there's gotta be some issue with that, because you can't be so honest that you don't even know what lies are anymore. Or actually, you can be. I know how that works, unfortunately, but you know. So I push the confidence. These next 5 minutes, I push this confidence, and I push it with a little bit of intellectualism. A little bit of smarts. I believe in smarts, but some people do. Not even, especially not women. I can make a part 2 about the other video. That could be a part 2 for that controversial 6-minute video. It'd be like women's perception of men who are smart. That's gonna be sick. It was like about work. Oh, okay, but um, it probably will be a field, unfortunately. I could push after this field. Nah, I won't. I'll make this work. 4 more minutes. Okay. Let me just randomly hold a clay prop for a quick. Let me hold him up. The amount of fear I had this week and last week is deeper than what this guy did in his claymation. It's like, it's not surprising that I would be scared of myself after all the character development I've been doing, but the scariness is exhilarating, like I said before, and it's also like I've gotten really close to some really like sad moments though. But like I dig really close. Have you ever played the Flash game Dino Run? It is that's literally what depression's like. It's like you freaking like you run. I still think to this day I have clinical depression. I really do think I have depression, but I don't want to affirm that or jinx it. But I think I have depression. But I just mask it really well because I do a lot of positive things in my life that it doesn't look like I have at all. And I don't look as emotional, but maybe people see my emotions anyways. That's a whole other story. Because I don't see myself as someone who's it's not that I don't think I have emotions. It's just I think they're hidden. But people see them and notice them anyway. So try to have them explain that up front over and over again, but not forcibly, hopefully. Dino Run, you're running away from a meteor strike with a bunch of other dinosaurs, and you're like, wow, this could actually be an analogy for depression, because this is literally like going over the years of your course of your life and being like, I'm gonna run away from this inevitable doom. It's not necessarily death. It's not even necessarily the depression getting the best of you. It's like you're just running, and there's an ambitious and attitudinal and beautiful thing about the run itself, but running from the meteor strike is just something else. It's like when you don't even see the meteor strike and you're still running, you're like, no, I'm not gonna stop. You think I'm gonna press that left key every once in a while to get an egg, maybe to get extra points into high score, but I'm pushing that right key as far as I can. I'm not gonna just stop just because I get pushed back too much. The pushback from the obstacles on the way are better than getting hit by the meteor because you didn't try. Or even if you did try, that's going to be even worse attitude or spiritual, whatever. Spiritual because people don't see that as not trying or not being able to try, not being able to succeed. There are people who say, I don't disagree with them completely, but there are people who say that is good to know what you do have control over because there's more control over things you have than you realize. And then there's a side where it's like you never needed, wanted, or deserve to have control. You never needed control, you never wanted control, and you never had control. And it's like, this is the meaning of knowing what you do have control over. Okay, yeah, but this is the meaning of knowing realizing in oneself what you do have control over. Okay, fine. I would rather go the spiritual end of it though, because I think like believing that not needing control is a better affirmation for me than assuming that I have control over things that I may actually do, and maybe that could be wisdom itself. But I'm gonna push for this last minute. Okay. I'm gonna use an old outro real quick for some reason. Stay still, because Sonic is on the move. Stay safe in the pandemic, everyone. Nah, fuck. Well, let me just say one thing real quick. Okay. For me, the objective facts in life do not sway me. I do piss off a lot of people for not listening to them, for even things that are obvious and necessary to learn. But the subjective things I experience aren't the same thing either. I do piss off people who say life is subjective too. But the things that I've been through make it look like I'm someone who gets it. I don't get it. But I'm very, very clever. And I have a lot in store for other people as they do for me. Everyone knows something that you don't. And I think if I just push through this confidence and confusion, it will be better anyways.